Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel Zaleski, and today we are going to talk about high school playoffs times 3, college football, and the Green Bay Packers. I will give you this caveat, be careful on the set. We had a light go out and we all almost died. Now, joining us today, we have Jason Zaleski, our sports expert. Jason, welcome.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? So what are your thoughts with playoffs? We have 3 different sports that are having playoffs this season right now for high school, so let's go a little bit more about it.
It's really Christmas for high school playoffs. In the first version of this school year, which is fall sports, and we're going to dive into 3 of them. There are playoffs going on all over the place, cross country and other things. The 3 we're going to talk about today, the first one is volleyball. We'll just start right from the top, Rachel. We'll put some graphics on the screen so folks at home can follow along with what's going on. We've got a lot to talk about here today, though. So volleyball, we'll start there in Division 1. Marshfield is at Chippewa Falls. Is home against Chippewa Falls on Thursday, October 19th. Other games, Wausau West, Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln, Wausau East, and Stevens Point. The winner of that Chippewa Falls Marshfield game will go to River Falls on Saturday to take on River Falls. That's Division 1 action. As we go down the list here to Division 2, Medford's at home against Tomahawk. That's Tuesday the 17th at 7 p.m. So watch for updates on ZaleskiSportsShow.com, on our Facebook page, and on Twitter. We'll give you updates for the Tuesday scores. But Medford hosts Tomahawk. As we go down the list here, Division 3, Thorpe is at Colby. So just a kind of a Highway 29 battle there. That's also Tuesday at 7 p.m., Thorpe, Colby. Auburndale Spencer is Tuesday the 17th, so a couple big games there. The winner of Thorpe Colby gets the grand prize of playing against number 2 ranked Stratford. So good luck. Good luck to those folks. Stratford's certainly been good all year, and that game will take place on Thursday the 19th. Moving on, volleyball to Division 4. Loyal will go down to Wisconsin Rapids to take on the Assumption Royals. Pittsville is at home against Owen Withee. And Columbus Catholic is at home against Wild Rose. This is all Tuesday at 7 p.m. So all those results, you can look to Zaleski Sports Show for those results. That's volleyball action, Rachel. Again, it's a jam-packed schedule, a lot going on there. And it's a busy time of the year. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of bump set spike. And that's going to go on all the way to November 2nd, where all those girls will find their way to Green Bay for the state championship. We'll follow them all the way there.
Volleyball is my favorite, girls. You guys all rock. I played volleyball in high school, Minneapolis, Roosevelt Teddies, and I was nowhere near as good as a lot of these girls are playing. So,
yeah, well, a lot different now, Rachel. A lot of those camps for volleyball and other sports now start at the age of 5 or 6 and continue on from there. So they're learning at a young age. You probably first played organized volleyball as a freshman in high school.
Yes, that is correct.
So a lot different now. All right, moving on.
Ready? What's our next sport we can't wait to talk about?
Well, we got a lot to talk about, like I said, so let's roll on. So we'll go to soccer. State soccer tournament is underway as of Thursday the 19th, so just in a day. Stevens Point is at DC Everest. That game takes place at 7 p.m. That's Division 1 action. Division 2, River Falls. Marshfield will make the trip all the way out to River Falls soccer. Marshfield, during one point in the season here late in the year, had lost 8 straight matches. Now, they're in the playoffs. They got a chance to redeem themselves. If they win, they'll take on the winner of Holman and Menominee. The Marshfield-Holman reference will come in handy, Rachel, in just a few minutes. So stick that in your ear. And moving on then to Division 3 for soccer. Nothing much to talk about there. No local teams in Division 3 this year for soccer. Division 4, the number 1 seed, Columbus Catholic Dons, await the winner of Tri-County Nakusa. So that'll take place on Thursday at 4 p.m. at Greasy Park. Tri-County Nakusa play on Tuesday. So we'll know here by the time the show airs who Columbus Catholic will take on in Division 4 soccer. Those teams will play all the way down to Milwaukee for their state tournament, which also happens the weekend of November 2nd.
Boy, oh boy, I really hope that there's no rain, beautiful sunshiny skies, Nice mild temperatures for these kids playing.
I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun in the mud, so I'm going for rain.
Oh, really? Well,
Make it rain!
There's a lot of statements I could say, but I won't.
Yeah, moving on then.
Okay.
So football. Football, a big sport in Wisconsin. I've said for a long time, Wisconsin is the most underrated football state in America. I put them right up there with Texas, Florida, etc. We'll let other people argue that. So for today, we'll start in Division II for football. Rachel, I mentioned that Marshfield-Holman reference. That's a potential soccer matchup. It is the football matchup, and Marshfield Tigers travel to Holman on Friday the 20th at 7 p.m. Marshfield's number 5 seed, Holman is number 4. They will take on the winner of either number 1 Menominee or 8 La Crosse Central, so I would plan on Menominee being in that game. We'll see if Marshfield can do their part against Holman. We're not going to predict high school sports around here. I'll just tell you, make sure to watch that game, and we'll give you some ways to watch that game here in just a few minutes. One obvious way is to travel down to Holman. If you can't make the trip, we'll clue you in here in just a minute on that. Other games in Division II, Appleton West will host Pulaski, and then Ashwaubenon plays Green Bay Southwest. That is that entire bracket that Marshfield's in. So as they make their way through that bracket, they would potentially match up against any of those teams. Moving on to Division III, Mosinee travels to Onalaska. Again, all the football games are Friday, October 20th. Mosinee travels to Onalaska. That's the 6 versus the 3. And then number 1 Anago will host Medford on Friday the 20th. Division V football. Now this is going to be fun. Division V, I think there's a lot of good things happening here. This is must-see football to me. A lot of these teams are so evenly talented and balanced together. I don't know who's going to come out of this bracket. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's just start from the top. Number 1, Stanley Boyd will play number 8, Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Number 5, Stratford, which to me, in a penalty type of situation for losing at Edgar in the game of the year last week, now it travels to Bondwell. Number 5, Stratford at number 4, Bondwell. Number 3, Spencer Columbus Rockets will host Ocano, and that's the 3 versus the 6. And then finally, in this bracket, again, loaded with all kinds of teams that people follow in this area. It's going to be a lot of fun. Number 2, Amherst will take on the number 7 Colby Hornets. So, Rachel, if you can figure out who's coming out of that group, good luck to you. I don't know. That is going to be a brawl in that lower quarter of the bracket. Holy cats. Number 6, Division 6, we'll start with the Auburndale Apaches traveling to Crandon, and that'll be a good matchup there. And then the number 2 Marathon Red Raiders, who finished 3rd in that Merriwood behind Edgar and Stratford, they'll host Niagara Goodman Pembine, and we'll probably get past them, and they'll be looking for the winner of Crandon and Auburndale. Finally, Division 7, some more brawls are going to happen here in Division 7. This is going to be a fun bracket to watch. We'll start at the top part of the bracket here, Rachel. Abbotsford, the Falcons host Frederick. They'll likely get past Frederick, and they will await the winner of Loyal Owen Withee. Now, Loyal's the number 2 seed. I would think they would have a fair chance against Owen Withee. We've seen Loyal a couple times this year, and I think that game will be closer than people think. And then moving to the bottom half of that bracket, Pittsville will host the Assumption Royals. That's the 4 versus the 5. And they will take on the winner of Athens Edgar. Now, we talked to Edgar alum Matt Ermansky, who now is the starting quarterback down at Stevens Point. He's got a lot of confidence in his Edgar Wildcats. He wished he could have been there to play Athens. He said he always wanted to play Athens. Now they get that chance, and I would look for Edgar to move on in that particular game. Football. Playoffs. Playoffs?
Playoffs. That was
there they
mouthful.
are. And oh my gosh, it's a lot of fun.
Holy.
So where to watch the game? So obviously, make it down to the game. Support that team if you can. It's a lot of fun being there. We don't have any predictions on the weather. That's for a different show and a different station. What I will say, though, pay attention to FocusOnMarshfield.com or Focus on Marshfield on Facebook. They will be live streaming a number of these games, also showing highlights of these games. So if you can attend, watch there. You see the whole thing, those football games live, and their whole list of games will be out on Friday morning. So pay attention to that. We'll also show those games, the list and where to watch on our Facebook page, Zaleski Sports Show. Rachel, take it away.
All right. So moving on to regional sports, the Zaleski Sports Show traveled to Stevens Point this past weekend. We watched the Pointers defeat the Blue Golds, UWEC Blue Golds, 26-3. And it was a misty, kind of annoying rain the entire day.
One of us was on the field for that rain, one of us was not.
Well, one did stay a little while on the field, but the other one stayed on the field the whole time. So let's go ahead and take a look at that highlight.
Who let the dogs out?
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House, sponsored by Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa. Win big at Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa and experience the difference. The Pointers had a big homecoming win versus Eau Claire, so let's go to Jason and Coach Tom Jernell to hear all about it.
All right, thanks, Rachel. Yes, we are here with Pointer head coach Tom Jernell. Tom, homecoming win, conference win.
Yeah, homecoming is such a special day, and for us to be able to play that well and to win, it brings back a lot of memories for them to say, remember when we were doing this, and the feelings that they have when the band's playing and the music, a lot of it's the same, and just rekindles a lot of positive thoughts. And to be able to cap it off with a win is even more special.
Speaking of getting to meet people, Mr. Ratchey got to meet a lot of the Eau Claire Blue Golds today. 9 tackles on a defensive kind of day.
Yeah, he's playing with one hand right there because he broke his hand over at Albion about 5 weeks ago, and it's all clubbed up. So, he's the leader of our defense. He makes all the calls, and he's in the middle there, and he's like our Urlacher, and he's all over the place today and getting people aligned. And we blitzed him quite a bit today, and he really showed up and played really, really well. So defensively, really, really proud of how we played and how we executed. Offensively, the way that we ran the football, Jahai, Stigall, and Shamaje Williams. We've been really deep at running back.
You mentioned Shamaje, 150 yards today, including a big one in the second quarter that led to that last second touchdown by Hermansky. Put all that together for us.
No, I don't know if I can. It was a great run by Shamaje, and we called timeout. I think there was about 23 seconds left, and we had 2 plays in the huddle, knowing that if we don't get in, it was on the 6-inch line, and we're just going to sneak it in there. And we stopped the clock, we got set, and we were able to sneak it, and it wasn't there, and then we bounced it, and that was a really good end zone.
All right, Rachel, that'll do it here from a rainy Stevens Point as the Pointers take care of business against the Blue Golds on homecoming day. 26-3, our player of the game, Shamaje Williams, is up right now. So we are here with Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Shamaje Williams. Shamaje, let's just first talk about what it means to win a homecoming today.
Man, I don't know. Homecoming is a special day. It's especially for the upperclassmen, seniors and stuff. They really came out here and showed out. It just means a lot. It shows that you're home and you're ready to play. It's your day, man. It's a good day for the
20. Yeah, right. 20 carries, 150 yards, and the touchdown that probably put the cap on the day today. Tell me about your performance.
My performance, I think I did pretty good. There's some things I can still work on and get better at practice, but I got to give it to the O-line. They did great. They got me to that second level and was able for me to break some nice runs today.
I think in football especially, things aren't always going to go your way. So mental toughness is a really big part of it. Today our O-line was really tough. There were some huge holes for me and the running backs. So that's kind of what got us going as a team, especially on a wet day like this when passing the ball wasn't the ideal option. So, I would say them being tough was really the key to success today.
Final score today, 26-3, not a shutout, but your Edgar Wildcats pitched their 7th shutout of the season. They now play Athens in the playoffs. Just tell the guys good luck in playoffs this year.
Yeah, good luck, guys. Take advantage of it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to hear how you guys do.
That was our sports expert, Jason Zaleski. Thank you to our sponsor, Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa. Ho Chunk Gaming, located just south of Nakusa on Highway G. Ho Chunk Gaming, experience the difference. This is the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House.
I'm in a house.
Now, I'm a fan of football, and I never like to see any players get injured. However, this past weekend, the Green Bay Packers quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, did get injured, had a collarbone break. It is official, and he will be out for the rest of the season. Is that correct?
Well, the schedule's unknown yet. It seems that's probably the case. We'll keep an update on that, though.
Yeah, and despite the fact that the Vikings won, that I am happy about, not at the cost of their quarterback. So.
Yeah. Good. Well said, Rachel.
Thank you. Now
Well
go ahead
said.
and let us know about the standings.
All right, here we go. So we've returned to some normalcy here in the NFL, and we'll start. What I mean by that is we'll start in the AFC East. The Patriots are back on top. I warned about that in Week 3, that the Bills, their session at the top may be short-lived, and here we are with the Jets back in last place. So that looks normal. Steelers first, Browns last. Chiefs in first place yet. The rest of the NFC West is a little bit weird. Broncos lost. The Raiders lost. The Chargers beat the Raiders. Not sure what's going to happen out in the West yet. And the Chiefs also took a loss. So a lot of guys taking L's in the West these days. The Tennessee Titans, how about that, Rachel? Tennessee Titans
nice.
in first place. They beat the Colts for the first time in 12 tries.
Wow.
The last 19 games, they're 2-17 against the Colts, but they did beat the last place Colts, so we'll give it to the Titans for that. Down in the East, the Eagles keep winning. The Giants actually won. They beat the Broncos, so they'll still remain in last place. Rachel, you mentioned in the North, the Vikings now in first place as a tiebreak now against the Packers. We'll see. Case Keenum will have to outplay Brett Hundley and Stafford there in Detroit to keep that particular spot. The South looks just like that, and the West is a bit confusing right now to me with the Rams still on top, although the Seahawks beat them. 49ers haven't won a game yet. And they play host to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. So we'll see if the Cowboys can get back to even against the hapless, hopeless Niners. Or are the Cowboys finished? That'll all get found out on Sunday.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone, for watching the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel, and this is Jason. And you can go ahead and find us on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show, or you can follow us on Twitter at Zaleski Sports. Thanks for watching and have a good week.
Go Sports!
Woo! Look at that, Jake.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh, I saw it turn purple, but that scared me so badly.
Oh my gosh, I saw it turn purple, but that scared me so badly.
He even pooped his pants.
Towards the
Fight or flight, fight or flight. Who's doing it?